Good morning. Yes, the Road Haulage Association, it has raised concerns about the Department for Infrastructure when it comes to holding public inquiries into HGV licences. This comes after Christopher Hughes, who is wanted by police in connection with the deaths of 39 people in a lorry in Essex, lost his heavy goods vehicles licence at an inquiry in Belfast. John Martin from the Road Haulage Association is with me this morning. John, it's your understanding that this was the first inquiry to be held in a number of years. There's a backlog. What impact is this having on the industry?
This is having a significant impact on the industry, in that anybody that is, let's say, has been detected operating illegally, they may be subject to a public inquiry. They may be operating at lower rates than the legitimate industry. It's therefore impacting on people who are trying to do the job correctly and complying with all the rules and regulations, whereas these people may not have complied with the rules and regulations and therefore can undercut the legitimate operator. And
margins are already so tight for operators, so undercutting legitimate operators, does it threaten their business?
Well, yes, in the worst case scenario, companies may be going out of business because they cannot compete. And price and margins, as you say, Richard, are extremely tight. They're in the region of 2 to 3%. So if someone is able to undercut you as a consequence of not complying with all the rules and regulations, then certainly you may lose business and they then may go out of business.
And the Department for Infrastructure has a statutory responsibility to regulate operators.
Yeah, that's correct, Richard, yes.
Yeah, and in what way then? So people should be sort of operating within the law, reputable companies, how does it work?
In essence, for someone to hold a goods vehicle operator's licence, they must satisfy a range of requirements. And those requirements, let's say, require the operators to maintain their vehicles, require their operators to make sure the drivers comply with drivers' hours regulations, and a whole range of other additional requirements. But that all adds cost. If you have to comply with all these rules, it adds costs. And if you have someone who's not complying, they can then reduce their costs.
Is there frustration within the industry among your members?
The industry has been frustrated for a long time now in relation to the lack of regulation by the department, and it's hoped that the industry will be meeting with the department, the RHA are meeting with the department on Friday to try to raise its concerns and to get some positive steps taken.
And why is this coming to light now? Why is it being highlighted now? Is it to do with the Hughes inquiry on Friday?
Well, as you've already indicated, Richard, the department has a statutory duty to regulate the industry. It's all set out in EU legislation. So they haven't been doing it over this last number of years, but it's something that they must do.
OK, John Martin from the Road Haulage Association, thanks for joining us this morning. As for what the Department for Infrastructure has to say, we contacted them on Friday. I was in touch with them several times yesterday, including at about 10 o'clock last night, and was assured we would receive a statement. That statement has yet to come, so if anybody from the department is listening, we're willing to hear from you.